Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Today we're talking about Staib bracelets. I've been carrying them for a number of years now. Recently I got into some of, within the last 2 years I'd say, I got into some of the lower cost ones, like 30, 40 bucks. But when I started selling them 5 years ago or so, maybe a little more than that, I started with the big boys, and these are $200, $250 mesh bracelets. And it's kind of funny because here I am selling bracelets in the store where a majority of the products, the watches themselves, are under $250. And they've always been great sellers. Staib comes from Germany, Pforzheim, Pforzheim. Apologize for pronunciations. Which is the same town that Aristo Volmer comes from. A lot of other little watchmakers are there. And it always boggled my mind that they sold so well. And then, as I guess I got more on social media and stuff, I started seeing they're putting them on their Breitling Super Ocean was the big one, but they're putting them on Seamasters. And I guess then at this point, this makes sense. You spend a couple grand on a watch, you can spend $200 on a bracelet. So today's video, I am going to take one of their bracelets and pop it on. I don't have a Super Ocean. I don't have a Seamaster. I have a Speedmaster, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to put it on my blue dialed Yachtmaster, and let's see what the results look like. Really quick, just wrist check. I'm not wearing anything on this wrist because I was wearing my Yachtmaster. I had to take it off for the video. On the other wrist, I've got my titanium conversion ISL 18, I guess. Before we head on over, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I show all these cool pictures and stuff on the Instagram at Long Island Watch. And also, I don't know why I'm doing this side, and then this is obviously follow us at Islander Watch on Instagram to see all the latest Islander content. Definitely stuff that is not yet released. A lot of sneak peeks go out on that channel. And of course, subscribe to me here on YouTube. Hit the bell. Subscribe, all the other good stuff, so you could see cool content like this. Anyway, let's check out what Staib can do to my Yachtmaster. So here is the watch in question. It's my Yachtmaster 40 blue dial, red second hand, gorgeous watch, platinum bezel, polished center link bracelet, scratched to all heck on the buckle. Look at that. It's not even polished anymore. It's almost brushed now. Anyway, so that's the watch, and then we're looking at, put the watch down, look at let me show you two bracelets from Staib. These are really the two bracelets that I'm talking about that are in the expensive category. Now, they just differ in, well, they differ in clasp and mesh, right? But their pricing is kind of equivalent. This guy's a little bit less because the mesh is a little bit thinner. But you've got your 2784, which are these, and your 2792, which are these with the double butterfly. So let's go over, well, I guess we'll go over this one. This is more of your conventional, I guess, diver's bracelet. This is the one that people are putting on their Super Oceans. I'm actually going to put this on the Rolex because I want the look of the thinner mesh because the Yachtmaster is not a very thick watch. So let's talk about the bracelets first. So they are mesh bracelets, obviously, right? So you can see. But look how thick that is. This is I have this written somewhere, 4.1 millimeters thick. That's crazy. It's over 1/8 of an inch thick. Okay, it's like 0.16 something inches of just mesh. But yet, it maintains a good degree of pliability. Obviously, it can't fold on itself because it is so darn thick. You have a very large diameter tube at the end, a hole through it for 1.9 millimeter spring bar, 1.8 millimeter spring bars. No, it's 1.9 actually, so 1.8 will fit. It's basically two pieces of mesh, and then they're attached to this beautiful clasp. Now this bracelet will come in polished, as you see, and you can also get it in satin. And all the adjustment, you cannot size the mesh. The adjustment is in the micro, 1, 2, 3, a lot, seven positions of micro, and there's also 3 positions on this side. So your total range of motion is about 20 millimeters, about 12.5 up and 7.5 down. We list all this information on the website. Please read it carefully. But look at that clasp, huh? Is that a monster clasp? Gorgeous. So bracelets like this come in, I believe, 150 and 150, 170 millimeters. It's tough to say what size wrists they fit because they're so thick. and then you attach them to a watch. But I generally tell people my rule of thumb, and my rule of thumb is based off of my wrist, right? For a normal lug-to-lug watch if you hear my glove sticking to it, for a normal lug-to-lug watch of around 48 or so millimeters on a 150 bracelet, I am either removing about 1 to 2 links, or I'm adjusting the micro in a bit. I think that once you get to about a 7¼ inch wrist, that's when you're starting to make the switch to the 170 millimeter long bracelets. Okay, so that's that. So this is around $200. In 22 millimeters wide, this is a 20. I'm selling them in 20s and 22s. It goes up in price at 22. There's also a couple in PVD. Again, even more pricey. The other one that I'm going to put on the watch is this double butterfly clasp. Look at that. Is that beautiful? So these come in 130, 150, and 170 millimeters. So if you do have a small wrist, like 6 or 6¼ I have a 130 for you, and that should work out well for you. Instead of being sized at the clasp, okay, these are sized with these removable pins. They're like friction pins. You just push them out just like a conventional watch. You see the underside, see the arrow? You push them out, you size it up, and you put it back together. The beauty about this is that if you have it and let's say you gain weight or something, or you put on a smaller watch and you need an extra link, we sell the links. With this, you're kind of screwed. You can't get anything longer. You can't change the length of the mesh, and you can't change the length of the clasp. But on this, we actually sell these, and they're not that expensive. This bracelet itself is, let's see, I have this written down too. Also available, 130, 150, 170, available in 20 and 22 millimeter widths. About $160. So this is a little bit less money, mostly because of, I would say, because of the clasp and also the mesh. This mesh is 3.6 millimeters thick, so it's about half a millimeter thinner than the other one I just showed you. This is more classy, more dressy. I have actually put this on a Seiko cocktail time. But beautiful, beautiful bracelet, huh? Cool, right? Okay, so again, this is the guy, right? So it's the Yachtmaster, and we are going to do a little switcheroo. So there you go. What do you think? How does that? Let's open it up. How does that look? Right? It looks pretty good. I'll try it on my wrist in a second, but it's definitely something different. The high polish, again, it comes in polish and satin. So the polish definitely works with the polished lugs and the glitz that you get off of the platinum bezel. It kind of works. I'm going to put it back on the polished Centerlink bracelet. Don't think you're going to check eBay now for a Yachtmaster 40 polished Centerlink bracelet. But this definitely, it does well. I think it certainly fits the watch. I don't mean physical fitment, but it fits the overall look and feel of the watch. If you're not a fan of straight end links, and obviously, this wouldn't be for you. But look at that. Look at the nice how the light plays with the mesh, because this is an excellent mesh. Look how thick that is. Right, nice. It just works with the watch altogether. Let's try it on. So here it is on my 6 3/4 inch. Obviously, I'm not sizing it. But it looks really good. Looks nice. Just a different look and feel. I know you don't really see Rolexes on mesh bracelets. It's kind of, it's not an anachronism, but it just doesn't really belong, right? But when you see it here, it really doesn't look so bad. So this has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, showing you a Staib alternative for some of your higher end watches out there. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Questions or comments, put them down below and I'll be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.